Grade 5 Social Science. The chapter name is United Nations. In the last class we learned why United Nations has come to existence, what all happened, the different organs that we learned, four different organs of United Nations. Now another two organs today we are going to study, that is International Court of Justice. International Court of Justice is a judicial organ of the UN and has its headquarters at Netherlands. This organ of the UN solves all international conflicts and disputes. It solves all the international conflicts and disputes. It provides legal advice to the countries that bring their problem to the court. The UN General Assembly elects the 9 judges of this court and they serve the tenure of 9 years each. The next UN organ is Secretariat. Secretariat oversees the administrative functions of the UN. It has various departments and offices. Each of them has specific tasks to perform. The Secretary General leads this organ. It looks after the activities and meeting of the other organs of the UN. So, this is all about the organs of the UN. Now children, come let us learn the agencies which are working under UN. Different agencies which are working. The first agency is the United Nations Development Program, that is UNDP. UNDP plays a major role in bringing about social and economic progress in developing nation. It's mainly concentrating on the developing nation where it is plays a major role in bringing up the social and economic factors. The next one, the other things are, it projects initiated by UNDP aim at helping developing nations make better use of their natural and human resource to expand productivity and to improve the living standard of the people. It is concentrating on developing nations. In that again, it is looking for the standard of living of the people to increase, to improve the living standards of the people and productivity also. Here UNDP projects are now underway in more than 150 developing nations in Asia, Africa and South America. It also helps the countries to organize action plans in areas experiencing global warming, ozone layer depletion, water pollution, etc. Apart from social and political in developing countries, it is concentrating on ozone layer depletion, global warming and water pollution also. So, the next agency is UNICEF, that is the United Nations International Children's Emergency Fund. In after Second World War, this agency was established, created by General Assembly in 1946 in order to meet the emergency needs of the children in Europe and China. Immediately after the Second War it existed. Once the millions of children die every year, as a result of famine, diseases and natural disasters. Activities of the UNICEF are now aimed at improving the quality of life of children, women in developing countries. As I told you, the agencies of UN mainly they are focusing on developing countries. This UNICEF is mainly concentrating on children and women backwardness and their education, poverty, etc. The World Health Organization, that is WHO. The WHO is established on 7th April 1948, the day on which its constitution was formally adopted. WHO's strategy is geared towards securing primary health care for the people worldwide. the main focus of this agency is health. Who wants to help governments to break the various cycle of sickness? It wants to break the various cycles. The cycle is sickness breeds poverty, and poverty breeds sickness. The WHO makes efforts to provide facilities for immunizing all the children against the 6 major childhood diseases, that is diphtheria, measles, polio, tetanus, tuberculosis and whooping cough. So these are the main things where WHO is concerned. Next agency is the United Nations Education, Scientific and Cultural Organization, that is UNESCO. It came into existence on 4th November 1946 and has its head office in Paris. The main purpose of UNESCO is to contribute a peace and security to the world by promoting collaboration amongst the nations through education, science, culture and communication, so that people may respect law, human rights, fundamental and freedoms. Next, the last agency is the International Labour Organization, that is ILO. The International Labour Organization came into being in 1919 itself, before Second World War. The aim of the ILO was to provide more jobs, industrial harmony, social justice, industrial equality, social justice, and the jobs was the main concern of this agency, that is International Labour Organization, ILO. So the ILO sets international standards of basic human rights, including working condition, social well-being, etc. It wants to look after the working condition of the laborers and including human rights, social well-being, etc. It promotes social security for workers. It adopted convention which provide for compulsory insurance against sickness, old age and death. This is, children, this is all about United Nations. We learned the organs of United Nations and we learned the different agencies which are working under United Nations. That's all, children. Thank you.